Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, enemies and friends, welcome to the show that never ends. You are tuned in to On the Reel After the Credits, our weekly Walking Dead recap show. And this is our second rebroadcast of this because we had some technical difficulties earlier. Thank you for coming back and joining us, Mr. Danzy. I'm your host, Steve Johnson, and joining me today is my brother from the same mother, Mr. Johnson.
Hello out there in TV land.
How you doing?
Chilling.
You think they changed something up in the Matrix?
I don't know, man.
It's this is
People need to get their stuff together.
This is like deja vu.
Yes,
okay,
but this episode is titled what?
Obliged.
I thought it was called Fuck Daryl.
Well, it was before, but now okay. Go ahead, talk. I got to share the show again.
Yeah. Basically, screw Daryl. Why he do the boy Rick like that? Did he dig that hole? Do you think he dug the hole?
I wouldn't put it past him. To be completely honest.
Like, what kind of BAN stuff is that?
And the other thing is this, and it used to be if Daryl dies we riot. Yeah. Now if Daryl dies we quiet.
We quiet. We silent out here, bro. We silent. And good riddance to bad rubbish, bro. And he was my guy.
And you know what?
He was my guy. You see this guy right here? You were my guy.
Maggie too.
This is what I think of you now. Out of here with you.
Maggie's finished too.
Finished. She been dead to me. Maggie been dead to me.
Well, but how, like you weren't being fair to Maggie. So
F Maggie, F Maggie, F Maggie, yo. Like I've been like a long time she for dead. Like I have not liked Maggie for like seasons, bro. For like the past 4 seasons.
Yeah, but you're holding it anyway. This is not about Maggie.
But she's proven herself to be not to be trusted, and I knew it all along. I could tell from then that she was not.
Rick is out there trying to build a better world for young Herschel, and
Rick is out there on his Michael Jackson shit, trying to heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. And you got people like Daryl and this one messing it all up.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. What is going on with Michonne? We can come back to the how Daryl's a clown.
The bats versus the katanas over here. I think Rick ain't laying the stick properly, man. Because you seen the way she there rolling her eyes, looking over like this mother effer over here sleep again.
Yeah, like I think that was definitely a metaphor.
You got an Avenger right next to you, man. You got goddamn Okoye right next to you, just calling, and you supposed to be shooting up the club. That's what you said you wanted to do. You supposed to be waxing that every night. She shouldn't be just rolling out of bed like trying to blow off some steam, going to kill zombies. And then you got freaking Negan in the cell warning her.
I gotta fix my headphones, man.
Yo.
No.
Yo,
so
Rick is not laying the pipe, and I think she's gonna sneak in the cell one night and go get the pipe from Negan, man.
Easy. That's not happening.
Yeah, man. I think I seen it in her because she's just there the whole time. She's just there, like the whole thing was like she's just like Negan.
You know what?
Negan was right. Like the way she was there, she was starting to like it. She was going out there and she was smiling when she was killing the zombies.
She was there. Put it past the show to do something like that because they are resigned to just do everything that people would hate. They're designed. They've resigned themselves to they're trolling us at this point.
Are they really? Because I heard in the comics like Michonne was banging everybody.
I think Michonne has agency and she can bang who she wants. But I think it would be disrespect.
She's a strong, independent woman. She could.
I think it'd be still disrespect.
If Rick ain't laying down the pipe.
Yeah, but not Negan.
Why not?
Anybody but Negan.
They're similar.
Okay, they're not though.
They have things in common, man.
And more importantly, I think why
the same way that he finds power in Lucille, she finds power in her bats. And she said that they're not alike because she doesn't find enjoyment out of it. Yes, the F she does. She was smiling, dude. I ain't never seen Rick smile when he killed somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Who?
Remember when he went crazy in Alexandria? I guess he didn't kill anybody, but he got into the fight and he started and Michonne had to knock him out.
Yeah, but
I feel like he was smiling when he bit the neck out. When the dude tried to touch Carl the wrong way.
Nah. We try to check Carl's innocence.
Okay, now What did you think about the end? Like at the end of the episode, how Rick randomly falls on rebar.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
All the things that could have took Rick out,
the OG,
rebar. A scared horse and rebar is what Rick is going out on.
Like he just falls on some
random accident.
Impaled. That's how you have Rick go out, not even in a blaze of glory.
I've been watching
some
the
big
show
gunfight
for 9 years. 9 years. And a rebar.
Like him and freaking this BAN had this little kerfuffle, which was like a little 2-minute scuffle, and they just rolled into the damn hole. So that wasn't even really no fight. Not even like they cutting each other, and it's just like they tie hands together on some Michael Jackson beat.
Wait, what?
Like Rick got the hatchet and he got the knife, and they just tie hands together and they just fight to the death. You know what I'm saying?
You plotted this out, didn't you?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
They could have done something crazy like that and made him go out like that.
Okay, so does he make it out of this? Is there any? We know he's a type A. Will that play into anything?
All I know is that garbage mouth chick, whatever her name is
a helicopter gonna come save him?
I think the helicopter gonna come and send him go out space. Like they have the technology to heal him.
Okay, hold on.
Yo, she gonna come.
Hold on, I got an idea.
Because she didn't bring the priest. She let him go. So she gonna bring Rick. She was like, yo, this is the type of person you want, and they're gonna take Rick in the helicopter, and then we just don't know what's gonna happen.
I got an idea. This is genius. Cause I was rooting for you, Angela Kang, but what you did with Rick on this episode,
yeah,
Angela Kang's dead to me.
Yeah.
Now listen to this though. Because she could still win me back. If the show ends with Rick on a hospital bed in wherever the helicopter takes him.
The same way it started?
The same way it started.
That gotta
and
be
he
the last
wakes
episode.
up.
Like it was all a dream.
No, it wasn't a dream. I'm saying...
He just wakes up and he's healed. Like
because the helicopter from Garbage Mouth Lady,
and
Jadis...
They see him in the hospital?
Yes.
But you don't know where?
Yeah.
And they just never show him again till the end of the show?
That's it.
Yeah. Do that.
I can live with that.
Then you got me back, but I'm not.
The only way I can watch the show is I know that Rick is alive somewhere in Canada.
Yeah, if he's safe,
he don't got to come back
until they end the show. Until they end the show, then he could come back.
He could come back and bite one last neck out.
Do one last season and have him come back for the last episode.
One
but
last.
He cannot die the next episode, bro. He cannot die. Not like that.
Okay. Now let me ask you another question.
But all I'm saying is. Negan is on his Mr. Steal Your Girl. Negan's songs over here. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. Oh.
What is going to happen when Maggie gets there? And we may not even see that next week.
Yo.
Honestly, I don't want to see anybody's story but Rick's next week.
I hope Michonne cuts her effing head off.
Now, here's the thing. We know, right?
Do you think that Michonne is going to let Negan see Lucille?
If she lets him see Lucille, then he can hit it.
Oh, he's definitely piping. He's definitely piping, John.
He's going to console her while Rick is gone.
What is
Michonne? Wait, no.
If Rick dies, Michonne is definitely going to bang Negan.
No. What she's going to do is bang somebody's head off, because if Michonne finds out that because of whatever effery that Maggie and Daryl
did, you think Daryl gonna go back there and say he did that shit, or is he just gonna be there with it's my fault? You know, with the Daryl cry face?
You could do the Daryl cry face. You gonna get cut.
It's my fault. I should have never brought him out there.
Yeah.
But you should have let Negan live. And then
cut his head off.
Cuts effing head off.
Cut his head off.
Out of here.
And it's just like, you remember when the Porch Dicks kid shot Carl in the eye?
Porch Dick, classic. And
then Michonne, no words, just knife through the chest.
You got to die. Yes, he deserved to die.
Oh man, I think that's what I'd like to see with the rest of the season. Michonne is on a killing spree.
If Rick dies in the next episode, Michonne got to kill Maggie and Daryl. How's that gonna work though when they gave him that big $20 million contract for next season? They did? Oh, yeah.
So you know at least Daryl's coming back.
How can I watch a show?
I'm telling you.
How can I root for him?
You know, unless they maybe gear the show around Michonne.
If they make it, you know, like Michonne has some type of romance with Negan now, and
No,
it's just
no, I can't. That's sacrilege. I can't have that.
Why?
No, absolutely not.
They're the same.
No chance.
Michonne is going to humanize Negan.
Nope. Can't do it. Don't like it.
They two alphas.
Don't want it.
I think that they could rule this shit. Michonne and Negan could rule the world.
Oh, God. Sacrilege. It's disgusting. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. It
could be entertaining, man.
Okay, so tell me about what's going to happen next week.
If Rick dies, we're done with the show. That's what's going to happen next
I didn't
week.
mean with us, but yes. That will be the last Walking Dead review show if Rick is dead. And again, as long as Rick is alive somewhere, we don't need to see him ever again. You can't kill Rick. Not like
they
this.
already said this is Rick's last episode. And I hate the fact that they told you this shit. Like, I would have rather not known. Like, the whole fact that we knew going into the season that this shit was going to happen in every episode was like,
that, well, you know why that happened.
Many more episodes.
Well, they're doing it for marketing. The same reason they killed Carl. Like, that's what it's all for, and it's really...
The showrunners ran the show into the ground, man. Boom.
You got to blame Scott M. Gimp. By the way, I don't know if you watched any of Talking Dead, but Jeffrey Dean Morgan was on there, and he was like, you know, the show's really is good now, and he's like, you know, it was moving slow for the last couple of seasons. That's largely because of my character, but like right now the show's back. I'm like, wow, what? Like, just stick your foot all the way on Scott Gimple's neck.
I mean, they got to do what they got to do. He made those decisions, and they got to move forward with it. They can't erase the shit unless, like, somebody comes in with some freaking...
resigned.
The next episode... The next episode, the Doc should show up in the DeLorean, and then erase all that shit.
Yeah. No. But I am
back.
I am resigned to the theory that Andrew Lincoln only left the show because he disagreed with what they did with Carl. Because his character has nowhere to go.
Motivation. The whole thing was Rick is supposed to make this a better world for his son.
You can write a bunch of stories around that.
Not jacket that don't fit him. Not jacket that don't fit him.
You could hand and if you were gonna kill Rick, keep Carl on the show and let him hand the pistol to Carl.
Yes.
But no.
I could have watched that. It's just like, okay, if Rick dies, and then it's just like, okay, this the Carl show now. I could have still watched it.
But what's the point now?
It's no point. Because it was Rick's show. The show started with him and his eyes and this world. He didn't ask for none of this shit. He didn't ask, like he said, I didn't ask none of you to follow me. But the showrunners asked us to follow him.
Right. They never spread the show out from the rip, and now they're trying to do it.
They didn't start the show with, like, it's this many leads. They started it, it's the Rick show. So.
Here's the thing. It's still the Rick show.
Yeah.
9 years later. And then you have him fall on a rebar. Like, you beat the governor. You cut Negan's throat. You bit out necks.
Like, Rick wasn't injured. You telling me he couldn't hold on to the horse better
Shane.
than that? He couldn't hold on to, like, Rick is a cowboy. You telling me he couldn't just hold on to the damn horse?
Now, to be fair, though, right? If Rick finds some kind of help, because he wasn't stabbed through the stomach, it's like a real side flesh wound.
He could bleed the F out, though.
He could bleed out. He absolutely could.
And they showed them hazy lights, like the dream state, like he's dead for the preview.
And by the way, they are he's way too... The walkers are way too close to him for him to pull himself.
There's no way that he could. The way they show it, there's no effing possible way. He's impaled and they're right here and right here. How he gonna get away?
Unless.
I mean, he just grabs onto the horse and then the horse just like darts through the thing like he just pull, and then the horse just pulls him.
The horse is gone though.
No, the horse was still right next to him.
Oh, but now let me ask you a question.
He just
because of the
way
they filmed it, right?
Yeah.
What if it just scratched his side, like really cut him? Like a big gash, so he wasn't actually impaled. Because it was right at the side of the stomach.
That mother effer too skinny for that shit, bro.
What do you mean?
And they was there showing the blood on his hand.
And he got cut on the side.
They said it's his final episode, bro.
No, that don't mean... No, but it could be his final episode, but that don't mean he got to be dead, though, is what I'm saying.
I hope not.
Courtney says, "Fuck that horse." Yes.
Man, nah, fuck Daryl.
Exactly.
Bro. Fuck Daryl.
Let's keep focus
Animals
here.
gonna do animal shit. The animal, even before Rick seen that it was two herds, the horse knew, like, oh fuck, where are you bringing us to? And the horse like, yo, chill.
Yeah, the horse is like,
we can't go this way or
the
this way.
horse was the only logical way.
Yeah, he jumped up because we got to go through the woods or make a beeline somewhere.
Rick made a clown move anyway because you can't save the bridge.
No.
Right? So
because you don't got nobody to build it.
It was all for nothing. And like, it's the same way they killed Carl. What? It randomly in...
It's just like, no, you're trying to help this mother effer free their souls. Like, the F out of here.
Just, we're going to kill people. Like, here's the thing. They can say,
shit.
you know, that's how life is. People just die randomly.
Nah, but
this
these
is a show with
who's
zombies.
Been trained, like, to deal with this shit for years, and you just on some oop shit.
Your lead character.
It's not even the comic book writer. It's the fucking showrunners, man.
Rick's still alive, and so is Carl in the comics. And again, listen, in Game of Thrones, because they used to be comparable, but they're not anymore. But in Game of Thrones, when they kill a character, it has some narrative purpose.
They could have moved the story forward. They didn't have to make... The whole Negan shit should have been one season, and then him locked up by the end of the effing season. Rick could have lost a hand, been with the hook hand, and then they go on, and then, you know, the freaking these people, the Whisperers and whatnot, they could have done a bunch of other shit differently, but we are where we're at.
We are.
And that's why they lost
I will
millions
stay
of viewers.
here, and I will stay here as long as I know Rick is alive somewhere. But if they kill him...
After show.
I think we'll all mourn together and just have that final show.
Yeah.
But
it's this guy's fault, man.
All Daryl. All Daryl all
if
day.
Shot him and I'm mad. Long time and for dead.
If Daryl dies, we quiet.
We quiet, man. It's slow for that guy.
All right. What do you want to see next week? Who do you think? I heard they brought back the actor who played Herschel, the one that passed away. I heard he filmed some
of course, because it's not like they filmed this shit 2 weeks in advance. It's months in advance.
Yeah.
All of them are there.
Shane will be there.
Lori will probably be there. Yo, let me ask you a question. Is Jackie that don't fit him retarded or slow or some shit? Why she don't have no lines? That baby is at least like 7 years old.
Okay. First of all, I don't appreciate the term you used.
I'm sorry. Is she disabled? Is she slow?
No, she's just a young baby, and they don't have schools.
So you telling me like nobody talks to her?
And you don't know what they're playing funny with time. You don't know how much
she's
time
like Maggie.
passed. Yeah.
Maggie from The Simpsons, not Maggie from the show. Like, you know.
Yeah, sure, right? Because look, we just did like a time jump, and now, like, how old is baby Herschel? That's not important. Talk to me about next week.
Yo, Judith is at least 5 or 6.
No. That's if you're taking the real life time frame, right? It's not
real life. How long Lori been dead?
She's been dead a couple of years, but not in the show.
How many years Lori been dead in the show?
You can't worry about time. Don't think about time.
We don't gotta worry about time. Yeah, like I said, I want to see Doc come in the DeLorean and fix all this shit. Be like, none of this dumb shit ever happened. Come on, Rick. We got to go on a mission, and then they don't show Rick come back. But Rick is going to fix all this dumb shit that the writers did, that Scott M. Gimple did, and he's going to save Carl and all of that shit. Or Rick is going to go back in time and stop the freaking zombie apocalypse from ever happening with the Doc and the DeLorean. That's what I want to see happen next episode.
Or do you think they're just going to show him...
they're going to show the walkers licking up his blood off the shit, and they get cured and come back to human. Like warm bodies or some shit.
Okay, what if he goes to the afterlife and it's not a dream? And then Lori and Carl and Shane are just waiting there for him. Come on home to the promised land. That's not going to happen either.
All of this shit we're talking is wishful thinking. He's dead. The showrunners, effed up.
He fell on a rebar. You know what? I'm leaving it right there, folks. All right, look, we'll be back next week. We are either going to be very upset or mildly upset. That is the range of emotions we'll have next week.
Yo, what's gonna happen next week is Rick is gonna go to the bridge and lead them to the bridge, and then he's gonna try to jump from one side of the bridge to the other side of the bridge, and then a zombie shark is gonna eat him.
Well, yes. Or they could do some Thelma and Louise stuff where he tries to jump and they just freeze frame it right there.
Yeah.
Because I think Thelma and Louise made it.
Yeah.
Courtney says he's not dead, but we'll see. Like I said,
We'll see.
Mildly upset to very upset, and potentially next week will be our last show. So thanks everybody for watching. We will be back next week. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Mr. Johnson, tell them where they can find you, good sir.
You can find me, on Facebook, like right here. You can find me at The Dude Abides with a Z and a couple of periods in between. And yeah.
And you can find me on your favorite social media
and you can find me
network.
On The Real too.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that, but okay. So you can find both of us on The Real tomorrow, prime time, sometime between 8 and 9 o'clock. And you can find me on your favorite social media network, as long as it's not Snapchat, at Steve A.M. Johnson. And also, if you're into politics, you can find me on Tuesdays with Joe Oswald and maybe Jay Martinez talking about the midterms. So
get out there and vote, people.
Yeah. Vote for whoever you want, but
Yeah.
Do what you're supposed to do. All right, folks. That is all.
Don't give this guy all the power, man. Don't do it.
No one man should have all that power.
Nah.
How ironic is that line?
He's not stable enough. But this ain't a politics show.
All right, folks. We are out of here.
Oh, hugs, not drugs.
Thanks.